Hi, I'm Helen Walton, and I'm the Chief Commercial Officer at G Games. I'm here with ICE 365 to talk about how we're responding to the changes that are happening in Germany, and particularly the taxation changes, which I'm sure you've all heard about, and which are a turnover tax. That's, obviously quite a big problem for games developers because we've all got very used to delivering slots games with a 94, 95, 96, sometimes even higher percentage return to player, and paying taxation on the GGR. But now with this tax coming off the turnover, obviously those RTPs are no longer possible. And at G, we've been working on that and we've been thinking about it a lot. I don't want to credit steal because a lot of this comes from Robert Lenshofer and other studios as well who have come up with similar things. I'm not pretending we're geniuses. But we've been really working on how we can make sure that players have more spins on the same game, even as we're reducing the RTP. And one of the key things that matters for players is that a lot of the RTP in a pay table comes in quite low wins, i.e. sub wins or getting your stake back. And to a player, you kind of hardly notice those wins. But you certainly notice if your account is going down too quickly. But you're not particularly excited about a one-times win. You simply play it again. You keep playing the slot game either until you get a big win or until you've reached a loss limit where you're not comfortable and then you stop playing. So instead of having those small wins, we've replaced them with respins. And that means that the player just simply gets to play again, just like they would if they'd received, a Euro win. But instead of having to pay tax on it again, the respin just happens automatically as part of the initial spin. So this is Cheeky Fruits Deluxe, which is one of our most popular games. And my German accent's too bad to attempt the real German name. But it's, you can see it's a 6-reel fruit game. It's quite simple. It's only got 5 lines. It's got this really nice jackpot feature at the side that if you get crowned symbols, then you win the jackpot, which is, 5,000 euros. That's pretty good, given that obviously we're betting €1 a spin. And there we go. Wow. Not a big win with the 7s and the jackpot win. But it's also got a lovely bonus feature where the central reels are replaced with a giant symbol, which of course makes it very high volatility, meaning that if you do hit during the free spins, you're going to hit big. And this is one of the things we've had to work on, is making sure that as soon as we had the idea of how respins would work, they still needed to be changed for all of the different games and all of the different game engines that we work with. Sometimes we have quite a lot of free spins. In one of our games, up to 100 free spins and a bonus round. And we had to decide which games you can have respins within free spins, which games allow infinite re-triggers, and where there might need to be some kind of capping. So it's been what's the word? It's kind of required us to craft each of the pay tables all over again in order to make sure that the experience absolutely works for the players within that particular game engine. But here you can see, if you hit the giant symbol and the 7 is a really valuable symbol, then I'm going to have a really big win during the free spins. Come on, orange. No, okay. I'm just too unlucky. And the plums, so I know it's going to be a valuable win just with that. And when you combine the volatility of the big the free spins round with the length of play that you get from increasing the number of respins that you can get in the normal game, you can see that it's going to offer players a much better experience than just cutting down the pay table, which is, I think, what a lot of people feared was going to happen in the German market, and feared that would mean inevitably that players might be more tempted to go to a black market supplier as opposed to staying within a much kind of safer, regulated regime, and indeed, of course, raising money for the German government. Obviously, it's not just on this game. We've spent a lot of time over the last couple of months looking at all of our game engines and figuring out exactly what's going to work best with the maths for them. It's not the same with every game. It can't be the same with every game. They're constructed differently. But the principle that small sub-wins or 1 or even 2 times your bet, you should receive in respins that allow you to keep playing for longer. That allows us to reduce the RTP to a level that works with the taxation requirements for Germany, but also allow players to have a much better experience. And in fact, it makes an 88% return to player play in the same experience way that a 94% return to player game works. And the real way of thinking about that is, how many spins does it take you to lose a whole euro? And on a 94% return to player game, that's about it's 16.667 games. And the same is true on one of our 88% return to player games, but which has respins going throughout the sub-wins. And that's how at G Games we are making our slots work for Germany. Thank you very much to ICE365 for letting me talk about this, and thank you for listening. Bye.